Buddies, and happy new year. Welcome to Bricolage with Pink Girly, where I try on most occasions, at least while live streaming, to use things that I have available. And I was watching some reels I guess about a week ago, and I saw a reel by a gal called Cat Rains, like it's going to rain outside. Hey, Gail, good morning. Happy New Year. And she was working with bubbles and putting it on paper. And it looked really cool. So I didn't really watch the whole video because I thought it would just be easy to, make bubbles and put them on paper. So I tried it a little bit this morning. Not so much. So I quick scanned her video and got a few tips from her. But as more of you get in, I think I'll keep reminding you to go check out her channel. Hey, Jasper, good morning. Happy New Year. And so her name is Catherine Rains. Like we're going to have a rainstorm. And she's on Instagram and YouTube. And she's got a lot of content on her channel. So do me a favor, if you check her out, leave her a message and tell her that I sent you there. I would just like her to know because she did contact me. We had a little bit of a nice conversation. So if any of you go there, if you could do me that favor, I think that would be great. Catherine with a C, good question. Thank you, Gail. I do have it in my description box. I put her, good morning, there's our Judy. Happy New Year, girls. Happy New Year. Okay, so I'm adjusting to new contact lenses and then trying to figure out what readers to wear. So if you can put things in caps for me, that would help me tremendously. And I'm just going to get started. So I haven't really done this to make sure it's perfect. So this could be fun. It could be a disaster, epic fail, or it could oh, thank you, Gail. See, I never even think about putting in links. She's on top of it for me. Hey, Natasha, good morning. Good morning, ladies. Happy New Year. So what Catherine Rains did was put the bubbles on paper. She used a variety of different papers. Today I'm just using copy paper. It's a little heavier weight than maybe what you would normally have for your printer. I think mine is like maybe what's normal? 20 pounds. Mine might be 24, I'm guessing. Um, and she just put the bubbles on her substrate, which, looked great. But I was wondering, I wonder how it would look if I put it on the jelly plate and then tried to take prints from there. So let's see how it goes. Good morning, Peggy. Happy New Year. She's getting ready to go out. Oh, I hope you have a fun day planned. Okay, so what I have here is I just pulled out a couple of my water-based, they just happen to be two Delusion ones. I pulled out crushed grape and what's that say? Campu tea? Teal. Campu teal. Campso teal? I don't know, can't read those. It's a funky font and I can't read it. Oh, you can't? Hmm. This one is an old Tattered Angels mist. But I pulled this out because this one is a glimmer. So I wanted to see if we could tell any difference from that. This little concoction here, I don't know if you can tell, but that is a delicious looking blue. And they're little leaves, little tea leaves. Good morning, Teresa. Happy New Year. And I've had these sitting around. Jacqueline and I were hanging out the other day, and I showed these to her. They're called dried blue flower tea from Thailand. So I put that in water and I put it in my microwave, like you would do a cup of tea. And I got that delicious blue color. So I thought I would mess with that. Um, And like I said, I didn't watch Catherine Rain's whole video, but I know the one thing, she used a little acrylic paint in her water. She said the ratio is about equal parts to whatever your color is. I'm going to use Dawn soap from my kitchen sink, water, Dawn soap, and your color base, whatever you choose to use. Darla stopped in to say hi. Good morning. Okay, very good. Thanks, Darla. Happy New Year. Hey, Ange, Happy New Year. All right, so let me just get started here. So the hard part for me, I think, is going to be to determine, hey, Dar, good morning. The ratio, get the ratio right. Now, I just pulled out some of my ramekins. I'm sure somewhere I've got little plastic cups, but I just grabbed these. So let's see. Let's get started. I pulled out some of these little pipettes. They're like a little eyedropper thingy. Let me start first with this blue. So this is the Dylusions ink spray. Let me see if I can get my. She said you don't need a lot of water, and I think I was doing that. This might be hard to do. But the one I tried, I think that's what I did do incorrectly, is I had too much water. Water, I say water, you say water. And then she put in some Dawn soap. And then the water. And then she used a straw. Is that what it is, Calypso? Oh, you might be right. No, it's C-A-M-P. I don't know if you can see it, if I can get it to clear up. It's C-A-M, it looks like S-P-S-O. Oh, maybe that is an L. Yeah, you're probably right. Calypso. There it is. Yeah, it's better on the back. You're right. It's C-A-L-Y. Thank you, Leah. Calypso blue. So then when she mixed all this up, she just blew bubbles. And she just took a piece of paper. Now, on some of them, she just scooped it like that. I'm forever blowing bubbles. Thank you, Gail. I had not thought about that. Now, I thought on her reel, she scooped them out with, but see, when I scoop them, they're kind of disappearing. Ooh, that looks pretty. Let's try again. Judy's remembering her chocolate milk. Excuse me. I'm trying to get them to dance down. Oh. Oh. Can you see that? can't get that one to pop. Hey, is Riri here? Good morning, Riri. Can you girls see that? Isn't that cool? Oh, you know what she had? She had a spatula, a kitchen spatula. I didn't grab that. I might have to go get that. Hey, Flo. So if you're just coming in, I've got, as close as I could get it, equal parts of Dawn dish soap, some ink spray, and water. I wonder if I just... Yeah, I didn't get that many. But what I got is cool. This light blue, it's hard to see. Oh, that's a good one. All right, let me go. I want to go get a spatula, because if I can scoop them out, like on the reel that I initially saw this, Kat Rains is the lady's name that inspired me to try this. It looked like she scooped the bubbles with an instrument. I thought it was a palette knife, but when I looked at her YouTube reel this morning, yes, I'm going to put them on a jelly plate. I wanted to see what this is like first, though, Jasper. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a spatula. I just hear my husband saying now, what happened to the spatula? It's got fun. It's all funny colors. I put a little glycerin in. I'm wondering, I put glycerin in one of my testers before I put the Dawn in. So I'm wondering if, does anybody know, would the glycerin cause the bubbles maybe to stick better? All right, let's see. Well, that's a little better. Cool. That's a little different. You think maybe it would, Gail? Let's try to add a little glycerin. So I miss some folks coming in. So welcome, welcome. I see Kimberly. There's Jilly. Welcome, welcome, ladies, and Happy New Year. Okay, I have my glycerin here. Just going to put a little drip in and see if that helps the stability of the bubbles. You know, if it causes them to have a little more structure, and then maybe it would be easier to lay them on the paper. Let's flip this one over. Ooh, the bubbles are prettier. They're more iridescent. Not so much that I can tell. Maybe a little better. This is making some really cool designs, though. Cool beans. All right, so let's just get to it. I'm going to work with this blue, but can you see? Kind of cool, right? So now I'm wondering, do I want to get out my big plate and do a huge, or maybe I should keep it small. Maybe I should keep it small. All right, let's see. Let's see here. I gotta get the right. I gotta get the right thing out. My jelly plate is a mess. I think I want to try my small ones. Oh, good grief. I think I pushed it back. I've got a countertop here, kind of countertop desk, and I keep my jelly plates on top, and I think I pushed my little, well, we might have to use the big one. I think it might have fell down. Oh, nope, there it is. Got it. Got it! Now, I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to put a little bit of clear film down here. Now, I am not an expert at the jelly plate by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm thinking if I put the bubbles on, I've got to let the bubbles dry and then put some kind of, put some paint on top to be able to make a pull. So for right now, I'm just going to pull out my white paint. And I've got my jelly plate here. And if you've just come in my little ramekin, I've got as close as I can get to equal parts of water, Dylusions Calypso Teal ink spray, and a little squirt of glycerin and Dawn dish soap. And then I'm using a straw to create the bubbles. So now I'm going to try to lift these onto my jelly plate. It's hard to tell if there's any kind of bubbly imprint. Now, I was inspired by the bubbles when I saw a reel from a gal by the name of Catherine Rain. She's an artist. She's on Instagram and YouTube. Her YouTube channel is in my description box, and Gail did put the link called Cat Rains, C-A-T Rains, like we're expecting rain. And if you do stop by her channel, would you just tell her that I sent you? She and I had a little conversation, and I would just like her to know that she inspired me. That would be lovely. Okay, so I've got bubbles on here. Now, she just did it on paper, but as soon as I saw it, I thought, ooh, that might be cool on a jelly plate. So now what I have to do is get these bubbles to pop and then let them dry. And that might be a little more difficult than I anticipated. I did cut my plate, Jasper. I had the 8.5 by 10, I think it was. And then I have the big one, the 14 by 11 or something, whatever that big one is. And so I was wanting smaller ones, and I'm cheap and I didn't want to buy all the little pieces. And I was using my large plate more than my 8.5 by 11. So I just put it out on my table and took an X-Acto knife and I just whacked it up in the pieces that I wanted. So I've got like a 5 by 7. I mean, you could whack it to any dimensions you wanted. I didn't really measure. I just kind of eyeballed it. So I've got that long, narrow one. This is like a 3 by 5 card. And then this is like a 3 by 3 kind of. And it cut really easy. And I got to tell you, it's one of the best things I ever did. I'm very happy that I did it. I figured if I screwed it up, I could always buy a new one, right? But I'm very pleased with having cut it up. But that, I don't want to tell you to do it. But for me, it was a good decision. Okay. All right, so this is still a little damp. So let's see. I know, sometimes I use my heat tool to dry this. I'm a creative genius. I don't know about that. I would say maybe more practical and a little bit scary, but most things, it's not the end of the world, right? If it gets ruined. So, you got to make lemonade out of lemons. But for me, it really worked. It really worked well. So I want to make sure this is really dry, right? Because I want to be able to put a thin layer of paint on there. Oh, you know what I didn't get out? I got to get out one of my little brayers. I've got to get out me a little brayer. And ladies, we all have thumbs. They say the thumbs ups really helps your channel. I don't really know. All right, I need something when I'm going to start putting out some paint. I need something to see. This is what I didn't think about. I haven't jelly printed in a while. And I think because I want to see the color of my inks, I'm just going to use the white paint. At least that's what I'm thinking. I'm going through all my... Oh, that's disgusting too. Somewhere I have a flat... dish trivet type thing. Yeah, maybe this will work. I have a trivet that I can put paint on and run my wheel in it. If I need that, I'll put that on top. And then I'm just going to use the little just going to use a little piece of paper to run this off. Judy loves lemons. Oh, lemon curd. Yes, ma'am. Lemon eclairs. Oh, I never heard of that, Judy. Yeah, lemon. Yeah, it's all good. I like lemons too. Flo's trying to destash. There's Chris. Hi, Chris. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all you lovely ladies. All right, so this is still a little wet here, and I'm getting over anxious. I'm going to put my heat tool on low. Do not do this at home. I do not recommend this. I feel comfortable doing it, but please, you don't want to melt your jelly plate. And you got to keep it moving. So this is going to move these bubbles around maybe a little bit too. So let's just see. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm kind of excited. I do have some 3x5 cards here too that I thought might be fun to do some printing on. So now this is Calypso Blue that I put on the plate. And I'm just going to try this initially. And then I'm going to mix up some other bubbles. And then maybe we'll do some mixing of the bubbles. Mixing of the bubbles. So if you can hang around and see what transpires. Oh, thank you, Gail, for that earworm. I'm forever blowing. Yes, exactly, Marty. Don't do as I do, do as I say. It's really, I think I might get some really nice color right there because the bubbles are a little thicker. And I don't want to put my finger on it. Okay, so I'm a little nervous. I'm a little anxious. I got my nerves going a little bit here. All right. I'm just going to take some white acrylic paint and I'm going to try not to get too much on this little square of my jelly plate. Oh, it's reactivated the it's reactivated all that drying I did. Let's see. Let's see about it. Let's see about it. Who are you, rebel? You? Yeah, I am so not a rebel. That's funny. I mean, it's pretty, but it's not. You don't see the bubbles. No bubbles. Okay. We are not going to let this discourage us, are we? No, we are not. We shall move on. All right, so let's just do bubbles. I have bubble spatter all on my nose and my face, I'm pretty sure. I just have to remember not to suck in. I have to remember to just keep blowing out. Jasper scared? What if I... See, these are real tall. You see how tall they are? What if I just scooped them like that? Ooh. Ooh. Definitely do not. I know. And the other is make sure when I was doing working with I want to say epoxy, but it's not it. Resin. You have to make sure you're blowing at the right end of the straw too. Don't get your ends twisted. Oh, that bunch. Oh, look, I got that big bunch. Woohoo! Now, I wonder if I just smack the paper on that. Let's see what happens if I just smack the paper down. Let me just smack down some. Let's do a smack down. Like not like a slap and drag thing. Although I wonder if I could just do this on my glass mat too, right? Maybe I could just do it on my glass mat. All right, here we go. Now this works if you just lay the bubbles on the paper like Cat Rains did. But of course, no, Lori has to try it on the jelly plate. That's more better. You think, Gail? Oh, maybe I'll have to pull that out. Now, these look pretty good, but they're not real distinct. So if I do that again, I have to really kind of go down and not, maybe not press, because I think when I pressed it, I kind of zhuzhed it a little, right? No zhuzhing. You don't want any zhuzhing. Oops. Yes, it looks like organisms under. Yes, yeah, yeah. And I'm anxious to see if we put down different colors, you know, how they might. Oh, I just had another thought. Oh my gosh, my brain is going, you know, like a register tape. All right, let's try to just drop and lift, drop and lift. That was better. Can you see them? I know the white paper doesn't help with my camera. Now that one's really cool. Huh? Huh? What if, my dear friends, what if I took my little, now where did it go? Where's my little, oh, I've just got a soapy mess going on here. What did I do with my little pipet? My little pipet, my little pipet, 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 pipet. What if let's just grab another one, put this on the plate and try to blow a bubble. Oh, I don't know if I can do it. Whoa, my head was in the way, right? Or my boo-boobs, my boo-boobs. Oh, if I get this up. Ah. All right, so initially it made a bubble when all the liquid was in a circle. Cute blue glasses. Oh my gosh, there's something wrong with me. I don't want my girls on the screen. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to drop it down and lift it up. Drop it down. Try to let that soak into the paper. Oh, look. Can you see? It's starting to soak. Whoop, 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 whoop. And I'm going to try to lift it up very carefully. Ooh. Ooh. Huh? That's kind of cooler. That's cool beans. Cool beans. Okay. Yeah, that's really different. All right. So then what happens if I want to clean this up? See if I can get anything worth writing home about. Whoop, whoop. I don't know if that's going to pick up anything. clean this up. I can always use a baby wipe. Lori, did you see my comment? Add several layers of color. Yeah, I'm going to do that next. I'm going to do that next, Jasper. I got to make up my colors. Yeah, so I could use this again. That could be a nice space instead of it being white, 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 white. Okay, so let's move some of this Jazzmatazz off to the side for right this second. I should have put up a little table tray, methinks. All right, so I've got my blue. I've still got a little bit in there, which I think will serve us well. And then I pulled out, this is a Glimmer Tattered Angels color. And another reason why I pulled out my ramekins is so you can see the colors. Like I have these little tin cups too, but I don't know that you'd see the colors as well. And I don't want to get carried away with a lot of different colors. It's just mostly the idea of doing this, right? So I'm going to drop in some Tattered Angels. And I'm going to add, you're going to do it right now. Now I'm putting in, I'm trying to just guess and put in about the same amount of Dawn liquid soap. That looks cool right there, doesn't it? Don't you wish you could get a print of that? And then my water. And I did add some, see, this is just a judgment thing. Now, if you had a smaller little plastic cup, it might be easier to judge amounts. And I did add a little bit of glycerin, which I do think helped the stability of those bubbles. So now I'm just going to take one of my straws and I'm going to mix this. Okay, so that's going to be green bubbles. Let's see. Let's cut that straw before I have a accident. Now let's try acrylic paint in one. So we've got two. This is an ink spray by Dylusions. This is the Tattered Angels. We've got blue and green. Let me pull something really bizarre like I don't think I want to try a neon because the neon paints are so translucent and watery. Okay, Gail. All right, so I'm going to use a folk art. This color is called Tangerine. So I'm going to put a squirt of tangerine. Oh, that's a big squirt. That's a very big squirt. And again, I'm going to put my Dawn. Delta Dawn, what's that? Flower. And some water. Now, Cat Rain is really, I just lost the word I wanted to say, encourages you not to use too much water. You won't get the same result if you have too much water. Now we're going to mix this. Ugh, this looks disgusting. All right, I'm just trying to see. Oh, they quit spraying. Yeah, Kimberly, you have to clean the nozzle. Okay, we got bubbles. Oh, that one smells like that one smells more than the others smell. I don't know why, because It's all dish soap. Oh, my Pipit got down in there, and I lost my. Let's get rid of some of these straws that I don't know where. All right, so, looks like diarrhea. Thank you, Ange. The bubbles are so light colored, I'm not sure I'm gonna get much color there. Okay, so let me do one more. I'm thinking a lime green. Oh, no, 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 let's do a purple. Oh, where's my, oh, I want my how do you say it? Dioxine? Purple. Let me see if I can grab that. That's night sky. I don't want that. Oh, I'm pretty sure I have one there. I can't twirl either one of my, um, oh, phooey. All right, let's use this. Oh, you know what? Let's just use this purple. I've got this in purple. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be something different. Let's use this purple. This is the Delusions Crushed Grape. I feel like I should have a lab coat on. Okay, so then again, the Dawn. I'm loving what that Dawn does when it hits into that. And some water. I think if you wanted to and you mix it right on your jelly plate, you might get some awesome looking stuff. Awesome. Just some awesome looking stuff. All right, now I'm going to add some of the glycerin. Add a little more. Add a little more. Yes, actually, who was I talking to? Oh, I think it was Jacqueline. She said that's what she uses a lot of times, especially after the season, Easter. You know how they always have that Easter egg stuff? I said, you're a genius. I mean, I would never think to use that in my art. All right, we've got bubbles. So now I'm going to layer. I'm just going to use my plate. I'll clean up my desk. So this is my little cut plate. Hey, Journal Jewelry by Judy. We've got two Judys in the house. How have you been, Judy? Did I miss anybody else? Oh, I hope not. Welcome, welcome to everyone who's coming in. Okay, so we're going to bubble. Now, the hard part is going to be, I think, let me get a baby wipe here. Let's keep my spatula clean. So I'm just going to layer some down. So let's take the purple. And I'm blowing into that with a straw. Scooping out what I can with the spatula. If you do this, please remember which way you're blowing the straw. Do not suck it down. I don't think it could kill you, but it sure probably wouldn't feel good. It certainly wouldn't taste good. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we've got a little bit of purple. Let's go back to our original blue. This is Calypso. Calypso blue. This is acrylic paint. This is Tangerine. Eh, I can't really get the, let's see if I can just take in a palette knife and trying to scoot those off. And now we're going to take the green. And I don't want to blow too fast. Oh, sorry, pharmacy. I forgot to take my phone out. Apologies. Okay. I want to get some more of that green over there. Now I'm going to do what I did before. Judy says, imagine having accidentally sucked up some of the inks drawn down and being due for a colonoscopy, and then they find all the inks during the procedure. They're like, what? What? Oh, that's funny. And you don't want to blow in there too quickly, because see, that'll really jump all over your face. It might get in your eyes. Especially if you don't wear glasses. You wouldn't have any protection. All right, I'm adding those green babies there. All right. Now I'm just going to do what I did before. Gently drop down a piece of paper and then try to pick. Ooh, the containers are getting slimy and slippery. Now I did, if you just joined us earlier, I did let this dry. I thought it was pretty dry, but then when I put some paint on it to make, pick it up like you normally would do on a jelly plate, it kind of reactivated and it all mushed together. It really didn't look that great. All right, I'm cutting this piece of paper in half, just dropping it down, just giving it, I'm not going to rub it, because when I rubbed it, then it kind of disturbed the bubbles and I didn't get a good print. That's kind of cool. All right, now I'm going to use a longer straw. This is one of these flexi ones, so I'm going to pull that out. And what I'm going to do now is take a couple of these pipette. I know I say it wrong. And I'm going to create the bubble on the plate. I hope. Not really. That didn't work that time. I have considered a career in acting and decided this is when I was younger, that I didn't want to go and be on my own. Hey, there's Dana. Hi, Dana. And I'm supposed to be calling, Adele, get a hold of Adele for voiceover. Always wanted to do voiceover, but I haven't done it yet. Life has just been so incredibly crazy. Watch my head. Oh, there go my glasses. If I get right down onto the plate, her red glasses. I got always wearing 2 pairs of glasses on my head. Hmm. I wish I could figure out how to, I have that that, bubble spray thing of Tim Holtz, but I don't know that that would give me. I think it wouldn't make bubbles, it would just kinda shoot it. Let's do a combo. Alright, this is the acrylic bubbles. This is the acrylic paint. They really kinda just dissipated there. Let's get some of these little ones. Now, if you go and check out Kat Rain's, um, video on bubbles, she does. Hey, there's Jacqueline. It's okay, Jacqueline. It's not great. I'm sure you have a lot better ideas than I have for this. How you feeling, baby girl? Okay. Um, this one's really getting slimy. This is the Calypso Blue. All right. Now over here, I just plop down some of the solution and try to blow bubbles on my plate, but I can't get down and, you can sit and walk, so that's amazing. Yeah, the small things of life, right, that we take for granted when we're not feeling well. And oh, that's kinda drying. Can you see how that's drying there? A little bit. Those, acrylic bubbles, they look kinda cool. So now I'm just going to drop my paper down again. And I'm not going to, press it like you would normally do a print, because I don't wanna mess. I don't wanna zhuzh those bubbles. I don't wanna, um, disturb them. So I'm just gonna drop it down. See, now here we have a lot of liquid. You can see where the paper's trying to suck that up. Over here, not so much. Boy, it's really hard not to touch that. Okay, Marty, take care. Thanks for coming in, baby. Okay, here we go. Mm, Kinda cool, different, very, very intense there, so that's kinda cool. I mean, I could drip less. Not too bad though, really, you know? Now see, I've got a lot of extra there, so let's see. If I pull this up, yeah, it's not creating bubbles, it's just blowing it around like you would in ink or paint. So any other ideas? I mean, I'm gonna get out my glass mat. Where's a 3x5 card? What happens if I Oh, look. Yes, I put soap in here, Jacqueline. I put Cat Rains recommends, that's the word, recommends equal parts of Dawn soap, water, and whatever coloring agent you're using, like your ink spray or acrylic paint or, whatever you're using for your color. This one is cool, right? Maybe I'm making it harder than it needs to be. Now let's do this. All right, I'm going to keep that one. Let me do this again. Oh, and I added a little bit of glycerin, Jacqueline, because I thought, and Gail kind of thought the same thing. Oh, a stencil. Leah. Okay, so let's pop this down. So I've got another one like that, all right? Now let me do a couple other colors. Let me do this first, though. Let me pick up the rest of my, see, what is glycerin? I don't know. I don't know how to tell you what it is. It's, I know when you're making like homemade bubbles, like for kids out in the yard, they tell you to use glycerin. I have one. I have the bottle here. Let me. That looks kind of cool. What was left on the plate, right? This one, Judio recommended a vegetable glycerin. Uh, Vegetable glycerin is a humectant derived from non-GMO palm oil. It is an outstanding moisturizer, skin cleaner, and also provides softening and lubricating benefits. And Judy recommended this, like when your acrylic stamps stop sticking, to put that on the back. So that's why I picked that up. All right, so let's take this away for a moment or two or three. Now, so now I've got the one color. I did the purple. So let's do some of this green. And I've lost my green spool. Let's bubble up. I don't even know what that humectant word is. That would explain why it helps the bubbles. Gail, you are so smart. Okay, so I got a little spatter there on my, now I'm going to just tip this in the green. So I'm added some green bubbles. Can you tell? You might not be able to tell. And then let's add some of this Calypso. I'm liking this Calypso, but it's really gotten out of control. I'm trying not to get oh, oh my gosh. Gil says the humorant helps retain or preserve moisture. There you go. Girls, this is really nice. Can you see? Oh, I hope it's turning up good for you to see. Now, this is really light, as you can see, and faint, but it's really nice. All right, so now my glass mat is really huge. All right, Gail says you say humectant. Oh, a humectant. Okay. Judy said, if you want the vegetable glycerin, I found mine at far. Oh, thank you, Judy. Yeah, that's a good thing to say. Yeah. I probably got mine on the internet, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Okay, Gail. I know, right? It looks great. Okay, so let's see if I can get my glass mat out here. It's my Timmy mat. And you probably won't because it's, let me see if I can, See, it's got that one spot that's white, but it's huge. So how can I get this in screen without having to take a lot of time to rearrange my desk? Okay. Okay, so now I am further away from the screen. So I'm not really. Oh, there's Barbara. Hi, Barbara. All right, let me pull up the stream on my phone. And I might be able to keep an eye on chat a little better. Let's see, I have my volume down and off. Oh, where am I? Where am I? Oh dear. I think I got some soap in my lips there. Okay, I don't know if that's going to help me with I go to see my eye doctor again on the 9th, so then we'll see. We'll see. All right, I'm doing the purple. So make oops, drip some. Clean up on aisle 73. Whoa, I'm dripping. Wait a minute. I want that surface not to be wet, I think, at least initially. So we tried this on the jelly plate. And we tried just, putting the paper in the bubbles. Now we're going to try it on a glass surface. And let me clean off I have just a spatula from the kitchen. And I really am too far away from the screen or my phone to see what chat is saying. So I'm just going to apply, drop. Now the bubbles are getting smaller as I tap them down. They're getting smaller. The time I'm trying to scoop. Now the purple is Dylusions ink spray. Oh, okay, Leah. Leah's asking prayers for her sister-in-law. So let's keep her in our prayers. Could we have her first name, Leah? Would you mind? If that's okay. I mean, the Lord knows, but all right, I'm going to take I'm going to drop this down. I moved it. I don't want to press it because I don't want to disrupt Monica. Okay, I have a niece, Monica. That'll be easy for me to remember. Okay, great. Thank you. All right, so let's lift this straight up as I can. So, see, you really don't need the jelly plate, really. Now this time I'm pressing a little bit. I don't see too much of the, trying to get something here that will cause that striping not to appear. Other girls don't have that with their cameras. I don't know why I do. I guess it's lighting. So, I mean, it's not bad. Let's really load up my glass surface here. Let's really load it up with bubbles. Whoa. I'm really having a lot of drippage. Ooh, that might be cool. Oh my gosh, can you see underneath there? If that prints, if I can get that, oh my gosh, I might have to excuse I might have to excuse myself. Holy moly, that looks fabaroony. Is Jasper still here? I don't want her to have a I don't want her to stroke out on me. Like not getting those bubbles off. Okay. All right, let's try to get another. That right there looks magnificent. I hope you can see that. It's like they're all outlined. Let's get this Calypso. Maybe I did a little too much glycerin. Because these bubbles are crazy. Look at some kind of fiber in there. Yeah, you're right, Barbara. Okay, let's try some more of that Calypso. The taller you make the bubbles, they seem to be easier to get them out. See, when you bang them down, of course, you're busting the bubbles up, so you're getting a different. The size is changing. Ooh. All right, now let me get some of the green. Pardon my reach. I'm not cleaning off my spatula in between. Man, those purple ones really went down the easiest, didn't they? For whatever reason. This is like getting icing off of your icing sweater. All right, here we go. We're going in with the papier. Papier. I'm just gonna drop it down, and I'm going to discipline myself. I am all sudsy. I am so sudsy. Ooh, starting to look like an Oompa Loompa. This is not what I want. Oh, this paper feels, let me get one of these. Oh yeah, oh, this is more of a card stock. Let's try this. Here we go. I kind of wiggled it a little bit. Kind of wiggled and moved it. Starting to soak up. Now, I might have better results like Catherine Rains used watercolor paper. I think she did hers on rice paper. She did not use the jelly plate. She just made the bubbles and laid the bubbles on or tapped into it. And she did different things. That's kind of cool. It didn't get the lines like on the plate, you know, on the glass plate. Let's try to pick up the rest of that. She had one, like I just watched it briefly. I didn't really dive in and study the whole thing. She did where she took a bottle of Coke, you know, one of the plastic bottles, and she put some kind of fiber on the end, and then she blew through that, and that was kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Now Leah said a stencil. Now let's see. What kind of a stencil might work the best? I guess maybe like an open pattern kind of a stencil, don't you think? Where do I have something like that I can easily get to? Because I've got a mess here. I've got just such a mess. Let's see, I've got a box of, let me see if I can. See if I got something in here that'll work. Oh, I think that might be a little. Oh, how about my leaves? Oh, I love that stencil. I always forget I have that stencil. Shocker. Shocker. Okay, now the trick is going to be trying to. I don't think if I pick the stencil up, it's going to do much, but we'll try it both ways. Let's do the green. I'm going to focus just on a couple. Judy says, Lori, try leaving the bubbles at the top of the ramekin and lower the paper down. Yeah, we did that, Judy. I'll do it again. I did that on this 3x5, and you were exactly right. It turns out a lot better. We'll do that again. I wonder if I did that with the stencil and then the paper. Ooh. All right, so let's try this. So I just try to drop some of the bubbles on the stencil there. So let's leave the stencil and let's just drop the paper down. And just tap, tap, tapping a little bit. Not I mean, the bubbles are cool, but not enough um, to get the stencil imprint. Now let me press. We might lose some of the sharpness of the bubble, which is okay. No, it really didn't. Okay, so let's pick the stencil up. Let's use the other side. Oh, that's not bad, huh? Kind of abstract, but can't even get my finger to, there you go. Oh, see, as soon as that's not too bad. Okay, what's Leah saying? Leah's saying, put the bubbles on the plate, then lay the stencil down. Okay, girlfriend, I will do it. All right, bubbles on the plate. Bubbles on the plate. Let's do purple. We can have purple leaves, can we not? There goes some stroll. Getting the ends of my straws. I'll go to say something to my husband and bubbles are going to come out. Over here, they're going to be smaller because I'm just tapping that down. Okay, let's see. Okay, now the stencil. Okay, now, and then what'd she say? And then lay down the stencil. Okay, so now this is a thinner paper. Oh, it looks cool there. I don't really want to tap it too much because I don't want to make the bubble impressions blurry. But I want to soak up that paint a little bit. Not too bad. You see a little bit of the, and you maybe if I just am not able to load the bubbles in that well to create more of an intense. What happened to the gel plate? Oh, I just we decided to try the glass too. It's sitting off to the side. So that's just cleaning up what was underneath the stencil. What else were we going to do? There was something else I was going to do. Oh, I was going to show Judy the we'll try the stencil on that gel plate in a minute. What's Barbara saying? Throat. Oh, Miss Lucy had a monkey eyes. Oh, maybe that's a song. Okay, so let's take the got a lot of green here. Make some bubbles. I wonder if acrylic ink would make a difference too. I have some acrylic ink. So here's the bubbles, Judy, like you were saying, bubble them up and then just lay a piece of paper or substrate on top. And that comes out really cool. That's probably my favorite. That's really cool. All right, let's see. Now let me get the jelly. Let me get the jelly plate. All right, now Leah says, let's put the bubbles down, and then we'll put the stencil on top of that. Of course, I'm not remembering what print is from what now. Let's make some more. This is fun. It is fun. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so we've got a fair amount on there, at least over in that spot. Let's take, oh, I want to put the stencil. Oh, here we go. Now I want to just drop the paper down. I'm tapping really lightly because I don't want to, like zhuzh it, but I think I need to zhuzh it a little. Oh, here we go. Leah says, rub it, rub it. That's better. Let's try that again. Let's see if I can pull up the rest of this. Like a traditional, jelly print. These little bubbles look cute. That's cool. Huh? That would look cool on a page. Rub it, rub it. Okay. Oh, I can still see leaves there. All right, so let's put more bubbles on. Let's do the Calypso. Well, let's do a variety. Let's do a variety. Let's see if we can load these on here. All right, so I've got some blue there. Let's get this purple going. Oh, geez, I tipped it. I tipped my container. I got bubbles everywhere. Everywhere but my underwear. That was inappropriate. I shouldn't say things like that. Okay, so we've got some of that. Then let's get, I'm going to do more of I'm really liking this Calypso. And if I used a taller straw, that probably would have been better and not have it spritzing all over my face. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with the leaf stencil. I do like that stencil. Okay, Jilly, I'm glad you're still here. Let's see, am I missing anything else? Okay, let's wipe up these dripadoodles here. And let's see. Putting that down. And this is more of a cardstock. Gail's multitasking. That's cool. It's all cool. Cool. I'm going to put it down. And the girls want me to rub it. Rub it. I think I'm going to like, for me personally, I think I'm going to like what's underneath better. Oh, good. I love doing that. Coloring while I'm watching. I think I'm going to like this. I think I want to pull out some. I have somewhere little squares of watercolor paper, but I think I'm just going to get out some watercolor paper and see if it, looks any different. And I was thinking I'd like to try that acrylic ink I have. Oh, oh, oh. Now see, I like that. And that's pretty. I do love that stencil. Leah, you like both? Cool. Okay, let's see. Where do I have? I don't know if this is watercolor. It might be. This is, no, this is for mixed media, but it doesn't say watercolor. I want one that actually says, watercolor. This I know this is hot press. Let's use a piece of this. This is really big. I'm going to tear this. It might not tear so great, but let's just see if we can tell a difference. All right. So let's get back in position here. You really like this last one, Gail? Yeah, that one turned out pretty cool. Okay, let's see. Let's make the bubbles. This is watercolor paper, hot press. It kind of looks the same. It looks pretty much the same. Let's try let me pick that up. That looks cool too. Let's try. I've got oh, that might be neat. What is this? This is black ink. Ooh, black might be nice. I have a red one. All right, this is Amsterdam acrylic ink. Let's try some of this. Let's see if we can note any kind of a difference. All right, so this kind of looks like I should wipe that out a little. Okay. So, back to the original formula. This one has an eyedropper. So, as you can see, it's red. Then I'm going to try to add the same amount of Dawn dish soap and the same amount of water, not too much water. I'm not going to put glycerin in this one right away. See if that makes any kind of a difference. Maybe a little more water. We're going to mix that up. And it's not much in there, but even with the Calypso Blue, I still have this. I mean, there's still some in there. It's not making as many bubbles. Ooh, that's cool, huh? That's kind of cool. All right, so let me clean up the plate. Um, now, let's see if I can get some on there. I'm going to try it once without the glycerin on the jelly plate, and then I'm going to add some glycerin. Oh, they didn't scoop. They didn't scoop at all. So the glycerin does help. Let's grab this and clean up what's on there. All right, so let me add the glycerin. Gosh, these containers, the outside of the containers are getting so slippery. Slippery and slimy. The cleanup papers are kind of cool too, I gotta say. All right, so I want to do that stencil again. All right, now the glycerin is in there. This is making much larger bubbles. And maybe it's because this ink is very heavy. Now I have other ink, acrylic ink, that's not as heavy. So now I'm wondering about that too. All right, let me see if I can get some of this on the plate. Not really. Not really. To me, that's kind of a bust. Let's see if I can get one leaf in there. Let's do this on a 3x5 card. Lori, you know the kids' bubbles to blow? Yes, that's what I was saying earlier, Gail. I thought that it did. And like if you want to make homemade of that, I'm pretty sure the recipe calls for the glycerin, right? Because it makes them, it like stabilizes them, right? That's kind of cool. That almost looks like a bug. All right, so now what do I want to do? I want to do, oh yeah. I have these Ecoline inks. Now they're also acrylic inks, but their consistency is a lot thinner than that Amsterdam ink. You know, and I don't know. I don't know why. Yeah, no, yeah, I know. You know, you're being helpful. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So let's try, oh, I do love orange. Let's try some orange. All right, so I'm going to get out another one of these little doohickeys. Yeah, me too. The second lip, that's the one I like, Leah. All right, so let's, I mean, this is really, I don't know if you can tell the difference. And let me just get some of this orange in here. I don't know if you can see. Probably not. I mean, this is really liquidy. I don't know if you can tell. And that's called Ecoline, if anyone's interested. I picked up this whole set, God knows why, years ago. I've used it, but I don't know. Don't really know why I bought it. Okay. So we've got that in there, and now we're going to put in our Dawn dish soap and some water. And then I'm going to add the glycerin as well. I didn't put, you know, the same amount of glycerin as the other stuff. Maybe I should. I don't know. Now this is cool because it's so clear. The ink is so clear Ooh, you know what this looks like, guys? This looks like, you know those taffy apples you used to get that had the red hard shell on them? That's what this looks like. This might be cool. All right, making bubbles. And let's just tap down. It all looks, I mean, it basically looks the same. It's really cool that you can blow the, now that one's a cool one. Now I think Catherine Rains on her channel where she does the bubbles, she gives you 4 different ways to do it, which I didn't want, like I said, I didn't watch the whole thing, but there was one, I know she said, "See, it makes smaller bubbles." This is making bigger bubbles. Um, the ink sprays that I tried, this was the, Tattered Angels Glimmer, but the other ones, they seem to make a variety, some bigger bubbles and smaller bubbles. But the ink, at least from my perspective, seems to be making just the bigger bubbles. So now I'm going to put some back on the jelly plate like we've been doing. This didn't make as many nice bubbles. I should have maybe put more. Here we go. More of that glycerin in. Ooh. No, I'm smashing them. I'm smashing them all. Look, it looks cute on there. The print right from the spatula. Hey, that's kind of cool. Look at that. Because this is like a rubber stamp. Duh. Duh, 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 duh. I was thinking probably somewhere in this house I've got some of that bubble stuff that the kids use. Because, Gail, what do you think? I think you probably could take that bubble stuff that the kids use, right? And put that in a dish and add color. What do you think? I bet you could do that, huh? Wow, my hands are really looking bad. My hands are looking bad. Okay. Let's get this stencil back again. Lori, try spreading some plain glycerin. Oh, okay. Okay, Gil. All right, let's do this first. Let's get the leaf stencil out and pop that down. I'm going to use, because that looks really juicy, I'm going to use a piece of the watercolor paper first on this. It's too wet. That kind of looks really amoeba-ish. Let me grab another. Let's get another print off of that. Waving from the balcony. Are you trying it, Jasper? This is going to be cool. This one I think is going to be cool. I've got my supplies, but I don't have any more glycerin. Will it still work? Does anyone know? Equal parts of soap, color, whatever color, whether you're using paint, ink, or whatever, and water. That's what Catherine recommends. And it does work, but the glycerin helps the bubbles to stay better. Like, I love this. What do you call this? The reverse? I love this print. You know, good idea, Leah. It helps the bubbles to stay formulated. All right, now, Gail, it will work. Yes, it will work to some degree. I'd put a bit more soap if you don't have the glycerin. Good suggestion. Good suggestion. All right, Gail. So I'm going to put some glycerin down on my plate, and I'll spread that around, maybe with my brayer. And then you're suggesting add the bubbles on top of the glycerin? Is that what I'm going to try? All right, there's my glycerin. Gail's suggesting to put the glycerin down first. Oh, Gail. Oh, Gail. That looks magnificent. Oh, dear. I might have a stroke. Wait a minute. You know what? I'm going to just spray on. Yes, it will help keep the bubbles from bursting. Add bubbles on top. Okay, I'll do that first. But I'm thinking I want to spray on there too. You can probably see it a little bit in the screen, on the screen. Wait a minute, I gotta find my purple straw. Equal parts. Oh my gosh. I use just a little squirt, Jasper. You'll have tons. I mean, if you're doing hundreds of pages of paper, you might want a half cup. But you figure a half cup, and a half cup, you got a cup and a half, baby. That's a lot of product. Unless you're going to save it, for another time, put it in a container. I'm just doing little squirts. And look, I've been going for almost 2 hours and I'm not out of it yet. Whoa, I keep leaning the dish. I'm leaning. I'm not doing so well there with the scooping. With the scooping and the, I won't tell you what I'm thinking. With the scooping. The equal parts. You want equal parts of water, whatever color base you're using, whether it's the spray ink or your acrylic paint, Dawn dish soap, and then the glycerin if you have it. And Gail is saying if you don't have the glycerin, maybe just a little bit more of your soap. And then you put a straw in there and blow. Yeah, for some reason, I've lost my touch here to get this on. I'm going to go back to my Calypso. Yeah, and you can, if you go back on the video, like even now, to where I'm making it, you'll see I'm just using a squirt, like from an eyedropper or a little pipette, like maybe a half teaspoon. Okay, Natasha. Thanks for being here. That was better. Can't get them off this spatula. It looks so pretty right like that. Woo. All right, I'm going to just put paper down on that because that looks, from here, that looks marvelous. Marvy. This is going to be the best one. You wait. Oh, isn't that stupid? That is cool. I think with a fresh batch of bubbles, it might be, because I'm getting down now where there's not much to. All right, let me clean up what is left on here. That's just a lighter version, which isn't bad. I'm going to do more of what Gail said, though. I'm going to put more glycerin on. And I'm wondering, because once I roll it around on the plate, it's, you know, it moves away from itself. Like a resist. That looks so cool to me. Now I'm just going to squirt some of my spray on there. As long as you can make bubbles. Oh, look, girls. Oh, oh. We hope this works. I mean, this isn't bubbles, okay? But this is cool looking. Let's just see if we can get it on the paper. I'm a heavy sprayer, but that is cool. Cool. Gail, you're right. Gail, you're a genius. Okay, so I'm going to put more on. I got to go get some lunch. I'm starting to get a little grumbly and tumbly here. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's try this. I don't know if I can get it on. All right, I'm going to put this on. This is the glycerin. I'm a little heavy-handed with that. I don't want as much on there. So I'm taking some of it off. This is that tea that I made earlier. I wonder if I can drip some of that on. This is a really nice kind of London blue, kind of. Wonder if that'll do anything. Wonder if I wonder. Ooh. Ooh, now that's an idea. I'm a color freak. When I used to paint ceramics years ago, some of the pieces I could still tell you some of the colors I used. I don't know why. Don't ask me what I did yesterday, though. Can't tell you. Okay. I mean, it's cool, but there's not enough because that's just water and the tea, those little leaves. Not anymore. We had a kiln years ago. And I taught classes, and I started out my crafting career going to shows and hall and all that. Hey, Kathy. Hi. Happy New Year. I don't know if you can see. I mean, these are really cool, guys, but they're really light. Now, I'm a heavy sprayer, so I'm going to try just a little bit of the glycerin on this little small jelly plate. I'm going to move that around. And then you'll see it kind of bead up and work away from itself. I'm going to try this Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist Leapfrog. I want to make sure, because this has the like metallic-y stuff in it. You could do this for hours, right? Pull out everything you have in your stash and start putting it. Like, what would alcohol ink do on this? What would that do? I'm trying to just spray it a little bit. Purple and green are not pretty together. Kind of looks blackish. Blackish. I asked for alcohol inks for Christmas. Oh, sorry to hear that, Kathy. Hey, that's cool. All right, let's try the glycerin. This is probably good for my plate too, right? Let's pull out one of my new inks, my new alcohol inks. Let's just see what happens. This is called pink. How shocking. It's just called pink. I could leave it that way, but I think it would just blob. So I'm going to take my roller and move that around. Whoa, this is really pink. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, it's lovely pink. Can you see what it's doing? It's separating. Oh, oh, this might be really cool, really cool. This is where I need the stencil. Bye, Gail. Thanks so much. Happy New Year, sweetie. Oh, this is wild. Wild. It's real intense and tight. The color is real tight, but you can see the pattern. Of course, not bubbles. All right, let's try glycerin. Boy, I was thinking, what am I ever going to use this big thing of glycerin for? Real. If I start fussing around with this, I'll be using a lot of it. All right, I'm just wiping off my brayer to get a lot of that hot pink off. All right, let's brayer this around. Move that around. I think I have a black, white. Where are my new ones? Oh, metallic. Copper. Let's try the copper. Don't forget to get. Oh, thanks, Gail. All right, let's mix this up. There it goes. I was going to say the copper, the metallic alcohol inks usually have that little ball in there, you know. That almost looks like it's sizzling. Can you see that? Let's see if it moves. Oh my. Oh my. Let's take a print from that. Let's just say. That's a disappointment, I think. Let's add more glycerin. What does Jasper say? Sorry, never mind. Thought you were going to use the soap. Don't do it. There's a lag. Sorry, too late. Oh well. I wonder if I can pull it up. Let's try the purple. I mean, when Tim Holtz sprays these sprays, he gets just a little tiny light. Like, what is his arm way up? Like, I cannot get a light spray. It's always a big, heavy, thick blue. Well, that's cool. But I'm wondering now if I can get this gold off my plate. There we go. And now I've got slippage because I've got moisture underneath of it on the glass. Hold, please. I want to try. I want to try the glycerin and then some color, and I want to try that stencil. I still got slippage. We've still got slippage, I say. All right. I have his brand. I have his well, I do have a couple of those little misters. Where did I put? Oh, I know where. I think I know where I put those. What do I have in my misters? I use his product sometimes too, Kathy, and it looks like what he's using. Okay, so put these aside. What did I do with the little misty misters? I'm trying something new. I've got all my like markers and buttons and stuff like that all over here on my little wheelie tray. So now it's a matter of getting used to where I put everything. Which we all know how that goes. Yeah, I'm not seeing the little mister things. But I might try that. That's a good point. It's a good point. All right, what do I want to put on here? I want to put I think some bubbles on top of the glycerin. Well, that's true too, Kathy. You got that right. Let's put our stencil down. Now I put the glycerin down on top of the gel plate. Now I'm going to put my leaf stencil down, thinking that maybe, just maybe, if I put the bubbles on top of that extra glycerin there, maybe it would do a better print. Shall we see? Back to the Calypso. I'm not getting enough bubbles out. I got more of the purple. Let's try the purple. I need to get that taller straw. They look cool on the spatula, I'll tell you that. I'm trying to really load these bubbles on the leaf. Now, don't forget, we have a layer of glycerin on that gel plate. Oh, yeah. Jasper's using 2 straws and really creating a lot of bubbles that are going on her plate. I could probably, the problem I'm having is, okay, my girls are pretty big, they're just kind of getting in my way for me to get up in there close to the plate. That's obnoxious to say that, but it's the truth. I can't get the, oh, I moved it. So I got a lot of slippage on this. I think because of the, oh, look, you can see. Oh, this might be, look, this is my gel plate because I didn't dry it at the bottom. I did not wipe its bottom. Now, this is the one I'm looking forward to. Here we go. Let me get rid of this. Oh, Kathy, I envy you. I envy you. Oh. I mean, we basically had the same result without putting the extra glycerin on. But boy, that's nice, huh? That would be a nice part of a, ooh. What if you just did it right in a journal? Right on a journal page. How about that? Look, I still have some glycerin on my little roly thing here. Let's put this stencil down. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I can do this, what Jasper said, because I'm so far away. I know it's one of my favorites, but I always forget I saw somebody had it and I had to go scouting for it. I think I got it on Amazon. If you want to know what it is, I can look. I can look on my Amazon and let you know. Hold on. Just for saying, keep blowing until the bubbles just overflow. See, the way I'm set up here, it's kind of hard for me to do that. And she's using 2 straws, which is really clever. Very, very clever. Ooh. I think I had better success earlier on than now. I don't know what I'm doing different. Whew. That looks like kind of like an Easter egg that's going wrong. Although this over here, that looks cute. I mean, let's face it, if you really wanted to try to get some crazy, look, let's do that. I'm just putting it on the stencil, the back of that stencil. There's all kinds of stuff you can do, right? See, that looks kind of cool too. I want to get that because I love that. And some of my colors, you know, if I thought better about my colors, see, I don't know the color wheel or any of that. Double your pleasure, double your fun. With double mint, double mint, double mint gum. How's this for some gnarly looking hands? Yes, that's right. See right there. To me, that's the money shot. That is so, I love these. I love these. That's so freaking cool. You can kind of see the bubbles. All right, let me look up. Let me go to my, oh, my hands are all sticky. They're all sticky. I'm going to look up my Amazon, see if it's there. It should be. There's me. There's my orders. And search all orders. I don't know where else I would have bought it because I buy almost everything on, but it was a while ago. Oh, dagnabbit. It's not there. It's not in there. I don't know if it says on the stencil because I have it so crudted up. I'll find it though, girls, and I'll let you know. If anybody's interested in this stencil, tell me who you are and I will let you know. I'll clean it up and see if there's a mark on it. And then I'll look, I don't think eBay. I don't think I got it. I know I didn't get it in a store. I know I ordered it online. But I'll be happy to find it for anyone who's interested. So Kathy, you want me to let you know? Okay. And if anybody else is interested, let me know and I can just give you the info. Okay, so here's what we got. So these are this was Leah's idea to use a stencil. And so I picked that leaf stencil out thinking that, you know, something with a bigger design might work rather than, say, like a lace kind of pattern. This was the glycerin on the jelly plate, and then I spritzed the ink spray. This one's Illusions Crushed Grape. This was the alcohol ink. This has a little bit of a glitter to it, but I don't know, that might be from the copper. That was the copper alcohol ink. That's, you know, that's kind of a dud. Here you can see a lot of the little bubbles. This was, again, the glycerin with that green shimmer, not shimmer, glimmer. They call it glimmer mist. And this is Tattered Angels. And if you are looking for this, you got to go on eBay or someplace. They don't make it anymore. So you got to find somebody on one of those Macari or maybe Facebook marketplace, you know, where people are kind of maybe unloading their stash. Or I mean, some of them are cool even still, right? This is where I went orange. And this is the watercolor paper, hot print, hot press. It looks like a frog, roadkill frog. And this is where I did the bubbles in the container, the little dish, and just tapped down on the bubbles. I think this is my favorite of just, you know, hitting the bubbles. Got several of those. And they look really cool. You could do this on your Rolodex cards, you know. This was more of the leaves. Watercolor paper. And I think I tapped down on the dish on that one. These are so yummy. Say. Love that. I mean, that would be a good print for a scarf or for fabric. If I only knew how to do that. This is just tapping it down. 3x5 card. Lightweight 3x5. This is when we first started to do the stencil. Let's see what these other ones are when we first started. These I kind of don't remember. This is just putting bubbles. I think this was the glass. Oh, this is where we did the different colors and tapped it down. This one's pretty. This is where I gosh, it's hard to remember this stuff. Something's got glitter in it. This is, oh yeah, it's the shimmer. This is that green. It had the shimmer. Duh. Where I put drips on the jelly plate and tried to blow on it and create the bubbles. Didn't work, but it looks cool. It looks cool the way they ran together. And this is where we put the bubbles down, I think. This is kind of a, you know. But it was fun. And like I said, if you're going to check out Catherine Rain, let her know that I told you to stop by. She would appreciate knowing that, I think. We just had a nice little conversation because um, she just followed up on me subbing to her channel, which was very nice. So let me know if you try this. I'll look and see about that stencil, get that information to Kathy. And I put Catherine's YouTube link in the description box so you can go check out and see. She does 4 different ways to work with bubbles. And yeah, this was fun. So now clean up. Clean up, clean up, everybody do their job. Roar. Anybody have any questions before I head on out to get some lunch? It was nice having you all here. I can't believe we're in 2024. I do plan on doing a little video about my hitting 2,000 subbies to say thank you. I've just got to wrap my brain around it and sit my butt down and get it done. So keep an eye out for that if you would. And I guess that's it for me for today. Thanks for being here. I enjoy seeing you all and spending time with you. Don't forget, Leah asked us to pray for her sister-in-law. She's having some serious health issues. So, pray for her. Her name is Monica. Judy, I don't know. I'm thinking about a hot dog and leftover sauerkraut. I just really like that. Not real healthy, but there you have it. All right, my lovelies, thanks for coming in. Hope to see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. And I shall see you next time. Bye-bye. Painty hands, painty hands.